looks all good.
Great. And let me open up yours as well so I can see the chat over there. All right, so hello, folks. Welcome to the stream. We're going to be doing some more training and practice here in a moment with Kash. He's in the 800 to 1200 group here in the Coach Champs competition in about 10 days or so. He'll be playing in a tournament against 7 other contestants in the 800 to 1200 group. And he's going to do fine for sure. It sounds like you're feeling a little worried about it.
No, it just feels so soon. When you see you hear like a month.
I know.
When it started, it's like, oh yeah, we got a whole month to prepare, of course. And then now it's like, oh god, 10 days. It's a week.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, normally I would love it if the competition were a little bit longer. Then I would do something more ambitious with all of you, and try and do some more skill development. But here we're kind of in a more or less keep it simple mode. Which is what I believe in this kind of a short-term thing, just make sure that we don't have any fears or gaps. And one of the most important things that we're going to try and do is play a practice tournament tomorrow.
Okay.
It's been trickier than I thought to find all the opponents and contestants to make a great tournament. So today, Martin had a tournament. And because I didn't quite have enough people, what I had them do was I had them play 2 games in a row against the contestants. So his first 3 opponents, he played them once with white, once with black. So that was 6 games. And then he played a 4th person for his 7th game. So he did get in 7 games in a row. And I think it was a really good experience for him. And, not to say anything about what anyone else's experience is going to be, but for him, I think it was a good experience. He just came out of it like smiling. I was like, how did it go? Like any nerves or any fatigue or any this or that? He was just smiling. He was like, I played a lot of chess today. It was great. He was just pumped. And he'd even played this game that he lost and he enjoyed it despite losing it. And that, as you may already know, is a tricky thing with a chess player. Normally, if you can only enjoy a game you win, that already puts the whole idea of playing chess in question. Because, so half the time the person playing it wishes they hadn't played the game. Like, maybe they should have just been doing something more productive then if they don't even enjoy playing games. What's wrong with these people?
Yeah.
But he managed to do it. He managed to play an incredible game and lose it and still enjoy the game. So Martin had a great one today. I wasn't able to touch base with Francisco, but I think he got like 4 or 5 games in. So he didn't quite have enough opponents, but he got in some games. So hopefully that was okay for him. And I don't know, maybe I'll try and set up another one for him next week. For you right now, we've got 3 opponents. Very, very good ratings. They're between 1100 and 1240. So they'd be like, the cream of the crop of your crop, basically, is kind of what they represent. If nobody else signs up, we'll probably have you play 2 games against each of them, like what we did today for Martin. It should be good. But of course, the next hour and a half is another chance for us to recruit 1 or 2 opponents who might be interested. So, folks, what we're looking for, if anyone's interested, is we're talking about 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. I've got a little spreadsheet where I can put in the pairings. You can say, you can request a specific 30-minute time slot if you like to play against Kash between that time. And we're trying to get him 7 games in a row of practice, so that he just feels like the whole format for the tournament he's getting ready for.
Yeah. So what is that? That's 10 a.m. Central. Yep.
Yeah. So it's going to be 10 a.m. Central, and the last round will start at 1 p.m. Central, I think. So it'll be maybe 3.5 hours. A game should only take about 20, 22 minutes. But I noticed the chess.com schedule, they're budgeting 4 hours for the broadcast in the event. So you can expect some technical delays or maybe an interview for the winner at the end or something. I don't know. But anyway,
yeah, no, I'm excited.
They've budgeted 4 hours, so I think 3.5 hours for our practice tournament should be a decent schedule. So if anybody wants to join, we're looking for someone between 900 and 1,300. I think that's approximately the range of opponents we expect for Kash in the actual tournament. So we give him as good an experience as we can. Yeah.
And so where do people sign up for this?
Yeah. So anyone who's interested in it, the only way to sign up is to let me know and basically have me put you down into this spreadsheet here. And let me see. Put this up here. I will need your chess.com username, and I will need your chess.com rapid rating, which I guess I can see if you send me your username, just so I can make sure you're in the right range. And I'm going to put Kash's link here in the spreadsheet as well, so that you can figure out how to send him a challenge and all that when the time comes. And today we'll be training as well, so here's Kash's link. Everybody who wants to maybe give him a single training game today while you're here, while we're all here. And yeah, anybody who wants to help us out tomorrow, let me know. We'll be happy to put you in. You can choose to play just a game with Kash, or if you like, you could choose to play a full tournament along with him. And so far, Kash, the other 3 people who registered for your tournament, they all want to play the full tournament.
Okay.
The people who registered today to play with Martin and Francisco, I think they just played against Francisco and Martin. So they just played a pair of games, let them do it. But these folks want to play the whole thing, so we're going to do like a whole round robin, it looks like, So.
All right, that's cool.
And I'll do the pairings for everybody. Like, I live to serve the chess community, to be the tournament director. Ugh, the worst job in the world that I've done, tournament directing. But I will do it. I will make some pairings for you. No sweat, folks. That said, Kash, do you have any questions for me that have come up in the last 3 days before we do any more training? Anything you want to discuss of any kind?
I'm trying to think. Monday after our lesson, I don't know if it was just like confidence after the lesson. I was playing out of my mind. I think I went from like 1-1, like 11-15 elo to like 1-1-9-6.
Oh!
And I was one. I know. I don't know what was going on.
You're
but
one
I was
game from like stage 1 life goal.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. And then so I was 1 win away. By that time, it was pretty late. And then Tuesday, I was just absolutely brain dead. We had lost 2, so I called it there. Wednesday, still not great chess. And then yesterday, I don't know. Haven't been playing so great in between, so I'm trying to reach whatever was going on Monday. I'm trying to replicate that here. So close. Now at 1180 right now. Yeah. Played some Blitz last night, just kind of messing around, having some Wi-Fi issues. So I was, hardly playing, more so just moving pieces. Yeah. But ready to lock back in and get that 1200 before the competition.
Yeah. Now, you may not love this, but from my perspective as a coach, the more adversity you go through right now, the more like disconnects, or the more being like 1195 up a piece and then you flag or whatever it might be, the more that happens in the next week, the better, because that's going to toughen you up for the tournament. So I want you, like, I apologize, but I want you to feel like some stress and stuff, so that when you hit the tournament, it's like relatively less stress. I've had a lot of students get near a milestone. I've got to near a milestone myself, right? So I know like how there's like this kind of pressure that ramps up when you're like 1 game away from something. I actually was trying to become a master when I was in high school, and I was in a rush, and I wanted to be the greatest player in the history of the game and all that back then, as kids sometimes do. And I had like a hot streak, and I got my OTB rating to maybe 2186 or something like that. Jeez. And Master was at 2200, and in those days the rating formula was if you beat a player at your rating, it was kind of on a scale of 16 points per win or loss. So I was basically like one-ish game away from becoming Master. And I was just cruising and thinking about the World Championship and stuff. And then I got stuck. And for like a year, I couldn't make Master. And I would like drop down to 2160, and then like a little bit of the pressure would go away, and I'd work my way back up to 2190. And then I'd be in my games, and I'm counting rating points. And I think that's probably even more prevalent now than it used to be, because now you can sort of, people are trained to see it on their computer. They know exactly how many points they're going to get or whatever. Back then, rating lists came out once a month for OTB ratings. So it wasn't like in your face in the same way, but I was so into the Master thing. And in my day also, Masters were like holy, because you didn't get to play online yet. So it was like, when would you see a Master? Like maybe once every 3 years, a Master would come into the chess club for one night, and people would be like, oh my God, there's a Master here tonight, you know? So I wanted to be a Master.
Yeah.
And then every time I would get to like 2190 or whatever, I'd be in the game, and I'm like, oh, I think I see a way to win a pawn. That would be 7 rating points, 2199. Okay, next week I could make it, you know? And I would be like that during my games, you know? And then I'd like hang a piece, and I'd be like, oh, 2176, you know, what did I just do? You know, and I'm like sitting there like that for a year. It was just miserable. And then finally I gave up on becoming a Master. I was like, I've tried like, you know, a million times. I've played whatever, 10 tournaments this year. I've been to 2190 like 5 times. It's just never going to happen. And I went to my next tournament, and I gained like 50 points. And it was like 2230 or something like that after giving up. So I often like tell my students that story and try and tell them like, don't worry about the 1200. Like, it doesn't matter. Just play normally. Like, or maybe let's start shooting for 1400 so you don't worry about the 1200, or like I'll try and like get them out of it. But why don't you just stress about it? Like, oh my God, 1200, can you make it? Maybe you won't make it. How do you recapture Monday's form? What's wrong with you today? You know, oh yeah, let's just go through the frustrations so the tournament's not as big a deal when it gets here.
No, that's a good story. And it's kind of like, I feel like maybe on Monday I was playing so well because I was just playing to practice and not necessarily worrying about the rating, now that I think about it.
It's true that thinking about what might have been working on Monday and what wasn't working on other days, it might lead you to some useful realization. So I'm not against you reflecting on it.
I don't know.
But it could also just be random. You know, it could be a good day.
Yeah.
Whatever. But anything about it that, you know, we could replicate would be great. You know, I mean, maybe it was good sleep Sunday night. Maybe you had a good day Sunday, and that's why you played well Monday. Probably
so. Probably a whole bunch of things just adding up.
Yeah. Your tournament is going to be on a Tuesday, I think. When we actually...
Yeah, I took the day off, so I'll be good.
When I actually get around to the tournament. So you got the day off. So, you know, hopefully you get a good night's sleep Monday night. And then we roll into it. All right, for now, we've got someone else, Batmite, from your channel. Chess.com username Nathan Games, rated 1212. Oh, one of those holy 1200s that you might never be one of them.
Oh, God.
But you
I'll get it.
But you can play against them. So, Nathan Games, there he is, with a picture of like a Pixar chess video. Nathan Games has gained 100 rating points in the last month, it looks like. Very nice. Congrats, Nathan. And you'll make a great opponent for Kash. By the way, the time control on Saturday, tomorrow, Nathan, will be 10 plus 2. And Nathan also would like to play the full tournament, so I'll give you full pairings for the whole event, Nathan, for sure. And I'll also give you the link already right now while you're there, Nathan. I think this is the link for my spreadsheet, so you'll be able to... I'm currently timed out. Oops. Sorry, Kash.
Oh, sorry. I got it. I'll post it.
My bad.
There we go.
My bad. Anyway, there is a spreadsheet which Kash will send you. And in that, you will see the pairings. Right now, I haven't yet put the pairings, but if you go to line 20, you'll see the schedule in terms of the times. 8 a.m. Pacific, if you're in Cash's time zone, that's going to be 10 a.m. for you. But then there's also games at 8:30, 9, 9:30, etc. And I will like type in the pairings in this area here, right under the round numbers. And hopefully that'll be self-explanatory. I know some people playing chess online have like never seen a pairing sheet, so it could be, confusing, but hopefully it'll make sense. Under round 1, it'll say who you're playing in the first round, and then hopefully you figure it out from there. So, yeah.
All right, awesome.
The spreadsheet makes sense to you, Cash?
It does, yes. I see it.
And so over here on the left in column B, we've got the chess.com usernames of everybody. So those are the people that you need to challenge. If you want to, if friending them makes it easier for you to find them and challenge them, go ahead and friend each other. If you guys want to be introverts, don't friend each other. Just find a way to send a challenge. But there's all the usernames, and maybe we'll find 1 or 2 more people today, and we'll add them to that list there. Hey, Abdullah Ansari, welcome to the dojo. Good to have you. Hey, Nomanesio, thanks for being here. Always good to see you. And let's maybe play some games if you've got no chess questions.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, I'll start up a 10-2 rapid. Rating range is plus minus 200 from 1180.
Yeah.
And I will start the game. It's unrated, y'all. So if anyone wants to hop in there, just join a 10-2 unrated. Yeah, I think even better than potentially hitting my goal would be hitting it during the competition. Do you know if we're playing rated games?
I bet. You are.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you get the 1200 before the tournament and you have a really good tournament, you could make 1300 on those people. Use them to catapult.
True. I mean, that's the next brief.
Although they're probably in like training. It's not the easiest to like get a huge burst of rating points from people who are actively training, but it could happen.
Things happen. I don't know. I could just be on it that day. I don't know. Unlock something.
Yeah. Hey, ZJ, welcome in. PD Poppers wants to know what you're drinking, Cash. Is there a...
This is a Sunkist. It's an orange soda.
Oh, I used to drink that as a kid.
Yeah, I like it. It's a light, nice little...
yeah.
Good little beverage.
Bubbly, orangey. I do love orange.
Exactly. I was doing this whole bodybuilding program, and I was noticing how much it was actually affecting my mental. So I took this past 2 weeks off to just cut the diet completely, just back to normal levels real quick, get some mentality right, and then we'll resume after the competition.
So you were doing a diet that was good for your physical, and it was a little bit like weird for your mental or something?
Yeah. Anytime you're in a calorie deficit, you're gonna absolutely notice the mental effect on that. Just like you'll see physical fatigue, but also like more noticeable is just the mental fatigue.
And what day did you switch the diet?
I don't know. This is like I stopped. Maybe it's been like a week and a half by now. It wasn't the Monday.
It wasn't the day before Monday. Maybe it took like 2 or 3 days
before that. So.
Oh, you've got a game.
All right, so we're in a game right now with Old Man Chu. I'm gonna go ahead and just lock in and get it done here.
Nice. We'll cheer you on from here. Alrighty. I don't know. That could have been correlated as breakthrough day, but it was one day that he had a breakthrough. It wasn't like Tuesday or Sunday. So yeah, I don't know. Hockey chess dude is right. Every time you make a milestone in chess, it's like awesome for 5 minutes, and then you get greedy. And then we get greedy. All right, so first question. This move here is actually called putting the question to the bishop. The question, which is like, trade, back off, and which direction do you back off in? Sometimes there's two options. Now, anytime white wants to, they can play g4 and stick the bishop away, right? So black's, if they wanted to trade, the option's sort of gone. Oh, PB Corporeal does point out the next 100 points, that one is going to fully, completely satisfy you. PD Poppers, regressing now and then. Even folks in the dojo regress. Jesse's definitely got some degen in him. I see Kash is working with some arrows. Stream sniping him over on the corner there. If passing 1200 is good, maybe do it 3 or 4 times, yeah. All right, so he g4s the bishop. The move he was wondering about was knight e5, by the way, based on his arrows. Now he's thinking, like, how about we castle queenside? But casting queenside is a little bit risky because black's got, bishop b4, rook c8, and they can put some pressure on your structure there. And once this bishop hits here, he might notice this knight e4 idea coming and maybe feel a little less comfortable here. Oh, they're playing unrated, I see, so they're trying to reduce the pressure here. That moral guy, you've just got three marks on your road. 2,000 online, 2,000 OTB, and GM. Just three steps. That sounds pretty advanced, ZJ. That sounds pretty advanced. Weren't you just asking me for like a middle game attacking book? You wanted to fill in some other areas instead of going deeper and deeper into those end games you love.
Let's go.
He's having trouble deciding here.
Do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for some people have different things that inspire them, right? But in general, we're all going to do our best when we're inspired. So if what inspires you is playing OTB, then you need time to play OTB in order to be inspired. All right, Kash does it. Now, we sort of hope that Old Man Chu teaches him a very harsh lesson about castling queenside into this like destruction of your king's position.
Here, not good. I have to do something about this pin. Here, check. Why don't I just go back? You go here, I go here. Okay, that's fine. Or do I want to? Yeah, let's do it.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense, PD Poppers. It doesn't bother you enough to really motivate you. I got you, ZJ. That makes sense. All right, so Old Man Chu doesn't take on c3, builds up even more with the queen. And that's like waiting a little too long to pull the trigger. Cash can escape the worst of it by trading this knight, or even knight a4 is probably not terrible.
Where do you go?
What's he thinking about?
Here.
He's thinking about other
stuff. That's not bad.
He's thinking about going here. I should just watch his arrows get into his mind. Useful for the coach to...
Well, I probably need a...
Yeah, is he not worried about c3? Seems mostly not worried.
Okay. Let's go.
Interesting. Hey, nice, Far Eastern. Yeah, inspired by a new piece of chess knowledge and when and where to apply it. Hey, Moral. Yeah, I'm kind of coaching him. It's a very mild version of coaching, I guess. I supervise his practice and talk to him in between now and then. But he's preparing for a chess tournament that's 10 days away, so I don't want to confuse him with too much stuff. You know what I mean? Like if I try to improve his middle games and his end games and his strategy and his tactics and blah, 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 right? If I give him too much, then it's going to be counterproductive.
Not good. Here. That could be okay.
Yeah, he can drive the queen back if he wants.
Where are you going?
So my plan is really not very ambitious, Moral. You know, it's just to get them in really good shape for the tournament, have them play a bunch of reps in the same time control as their tournament will be, have them play a practice tournament, which Cash will be doing tomorrow. You know, and I'm having them all do some tactics every day. Cash has a big opportunity to play knight takes g6 here, which was the plan of knight h4. All along, I wanted him to do something about the knight on c3, and now that he can finally play knight takes g6, hitting the rook, and then knight takes e4, he seems to be thinking about doing other things on the other side of the board. Oh my god, that could be so bad.
And what does that do?
How's he doing on time? 3 minutes behind. Yeah, it feels like he's going a little bit slowly. Who do I think is going to be the biggest threat coaching wise? Like, who do I think is the strongest opponent in his group? Puitka? Is that your question? Black's queen only has one square to go to, but they're taking a while to absorb this move. Maybe they didn't quite see it coming. Hey Nebula, thank you. Doing well indeed. What moves is Black considering here? Cash is still working out some stuff about what to do with knight takes g6. He seems to have a good like energy and fitness level. He's able to work on his time and on his opponent's time. Some people, you know, they think when it's their turn, and then when it's their opponent's turn, they like catch their breath. And all right, old man Chu found the one square. Attacks the knight. Okay, Cash sees it, I think.
takes them. Don't
Um,
like it.
I would
This is
say,
this
Lauren,
game,
in
right? You
3 of
take
the
this.
groups, the coaching is going very well.
Then what?
And so to speak, the most challenging is the group
I think I want.
where I have a
Yeah, let's
student who's only wanted to meet with me once for an hour, and I couldn't hear them during the phone call because their microphone wasn't good enough, and they only wanted to do 1 hour of coaching. So that's the most challenging. The student that I'm not able to coach.
Here, take. Here, take.
Why is his knight on h4 if it's not going to take the bishop on g6? That I don't understand. That's really like befuddling. Yeah, that's the biggest challenge. The 3 who are showing up, no challenges. It's a pretty simple plan, Lauren, right? Like, I'm just having them do reps. Everything's going well. I had to make, a few small adjustments based on personality. His opponent's clearing the way for some kind of threat on c2 in case Kash never takes this piece.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like Kash had the same arrows as me there. Here.
I can take back here. You take. Okay. Here. Okay. Here, trade. Okay. Let's clean it up.
Okay.
Maybe bishop. I don't know.
Not a bad idea at all to send this knight packing.
I kind of just blocked off my bishop. That's the problem. Okay. Now take. Now here. Okay. Hold. Here, push, take. Okay.
The only issue really in this game is Kash's clock, right? He's getting very low on time.
I take here. What does that do? Where do you go? You go here. We trade. No problem. About here, you push, take, then what? Push, open up. I think.
Definitely time danger.
What does this do? I got 2 minutes. Let's go.
I think the biggest question that I have for him after this game is why he put the knight on h4 and never took
I gotta
bishop.
take that.
Because this knight sat on h4 for like 10 moves, and it's... I don't know. He seems to have lost track of the rook c2 threat and all. Okay. Maybe he did still have his eye on rook c2. From his arrows, it looked like he'd forgotten about it.
Bow. Oh, wait. Bow. Bow. What about bow?
1 minute, and we're still fairly early in the middle game.
That works. Maybe.
So this was way slow.
All right, we're balling out.
He likes to go for it.
Because I went pawn with this, right? Yes. Good.
Presumably his plan is to win back the piece here with the bishop.
Oh.
But that was a surprise. I thought so, yeah. anything can still happen. He would just have to play quickly. But it looks like he's got some stuff hanging. It's going to be hard to handle. Yeah, I'm agreed with Kalen.
I didn't need to move. Oh, I guess. Yeah.
Let's see if he can provide any resistance here with his last couple seconds.
Oh my God. Okay. Oof. GG. Well, hold up. Let's not give up yet. Okay, well. All right.
All right. Cool.
Warm up game. I'll call it that.
Yeah. All right. So, one thought I have is that you got too low on time in this game.
Yeah, I agree.
In general, you were under a minute in a still complicated position. So you should be trying to leave 2 to 3 minutes for the end game, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So you definitely have to go faster in that middle game.
Okay.
And I've got one chess question for you about the game. Is you brought your knight to h4.
Yep.
To the side, right? And then you left it there for a really long time. Mm-hmm. I thought the point of bringing it to the side was to capture your opponent's bishop.
It was, but I was worried that they were going to recapture and open up with their rook and add a bit more pressure to prevent a potential attack. But I didn't have like a full attack calculated. I just knew there was a bunch of pressure there. Maybe if I kept my knight there, I was thinking I could coordinate some other pieces if we clear up some pawns in the middle. But the initial thought was yes, capture, but I was worried that having their rook open would inhibit some of the pressure that
totally makes sense. I get it. Yeah. So your original plan was to take the bishop. Then you started noticing the rook would open up against your bishop on f4, and there'd be some more threats and activity to deal with, and you hesitated about it.
Yes.
Okay, I totally
but looking
get
back,
that.
I don't think I should have. I think maybe just taken open and then maybe started trading sooner. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, your choice is to go through with the plan or bring the knight back, but just sitting on h4 forever like that was kind of like, ugh.
Okay.
And then, yeah, at some point I was afraid that you'd lost track of the potential threat on c2 because like so much time had passed, and they moved their pieces out of the way and they were threatening rook takes c2. And right when they were threatening rook takes c2, you then did take the bishop with your knight. So,
yeah, I don't know about this game. My first hesitancy was kicking the bishop on moving up to g4 and castling queenside. And then also the pin on with the bishop on my queen when my queen was on d2.
Yeah.
was a bit worried of what to do. I think I did okay. Instead of trading, I moved my horse to the A4
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah. Don't worry too much about the opening, because it is what it is. Your opponent had some opportunity there with the bishop and knight attacking you on c3. But we don't need to worry about that. I think the one thing is the time management. And
Okay.
yeah, now I understand what you were worried about with knight taking bishop and why that led to some hesitation and stuff. So let's just force ourselves to keep up the pace a little bit.
Okay.
Because when you get too low on time, then pieces are gonna start dropping like at the very end.
Let's see. I'm trying to see if I had any potential for when I took that. No, it wasn't just a blunder on E6 when I took that pawn. I was looking for something with takes, but I neglected to think that the horse could just move and block the check.
The knight could get back. Yeah.
Yeah. The knight.
That I was able to. Yeah, the horse, the knight, same thing. I was I was able to understand what happened there. So, yeah, that's possible. That can happen. But then again, by the time you were making that choice, let's see how much time you had. It's moved 21, and you've got a minute and change.
Yeah. Right.
So the issue is not so much, the calculation or missing a this or that. It's you didn't have enough time to play out that end game. You could have retreated your knight instead of the sacrifice that didn't work. But you have still been playing this complicated position with 1 minute against 5. And that's really
true.
The odds are well against you then.
Yeah, I think I just need to bring it back. I think in my mind I'm overcomplicating things where it does not need to be complicated. Just simply simplify, keep it easy.
Yeah. So one option you can do if you're playing slow is we could play like one blitz game to speed you up and then keep playing rapid after that. Or if you think you can just make the adjustment on a switch in your brain, we can keep going rapid.
I'll do one quick blitz. That does usually help a lot.
Yeah. I noticed once before that kind of jump started.
We do a little 5-minute blitz real quick.
Cool.
I'll just go rated. Quicker. Here we go. All right. Take. That's fine, right? Any concern? Maybe? Yes, maybe. Let's go here. I don't like that.
All right, so we got an Italian game brewing here. He's worried about some stuff over here, and he was looking in the right direction. White is looking at that too. Breaks in the center. Great, actually, really great response. Is Kash a popular streamer? Well, you'd have to ask his followers. He's got 3,000 of them.
Okay. Why don't I... Here.
So here there's
some
threatening coming in from white.
What's wrong with that? Oh, I see. Ooh. Oh. All dangerous. Okay. How do I stop this? Let's see. Why don't I just go here? Doesn't that work? I think it does, right?
So that was like a minute for him to figure out how to save his knight without allowing mate. That was very slow, right? You can say stuff, Moral, yeah, because he's not in our chat. He's just playing.
Mm, mm, mm. And that kind of just, what's the point? Why would I do that? Mm, 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 mm.
White plays pretty quickly for a 600 blitz.
Boom. Where do I go? Nowhere. I don't. My knight kind of just. I mean, what happens if we go here? You okay? Let's do it.
To your question,
Still
no.
down 2 minutes.
Cash is he just noticed he's down. Yeah, on time. Cash is a 600 in blitz,
Okay.
but 1180 in rapid. So he has chess knowledge. He's just slow.
Then I can do this.
That's actually pretty good. Interesting move.
I shouldn't look at the raid. I shouldn't. I should probably castle. JDZ, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. What's going on? Here. Okay. Hey, do I have something here? No.
Far Eastern is another player who has a bunch of chess knowledge, but is slow.
Boom.
Just waving to somebody in Cash's chat. The black bishop's been hanging for one move, Far Eastern. White just traded the knight that was supporting it. There's a lot of stuff hanging in the position. You know, there's this, there's this.
Why don't I ignore that and do this? Oh my god, no! Oh no! Oh god, I'm playing bad today. Not great. Crazy.
All right, we get back to the business of recapturing. And White gets back to playing fast. Puts a lot of pressure on us. All right, so the push was a good move. Knight comes here. Continuing to push looks like
If you're
the most exciting move to me.
With what?
This is also decent instinct. But it looks like he's mostly looking at this.
Not here.
Oh, he's looking at rook e8 as well. All right, so all the black pieces are out and angry. White's still hunting material. Cash really needs to just
ignore, and if I go,
he's got his hand on that pawn.
Here. All right. Good game. Good game. Cool. Cool. Sort of good game.
Alrighty.
Oh, whoops. Let me go back and I can review that one.
Okay. Was that 5-0, no increment?
Yeah, that was just 5-0.
So
I'm still playing not good. I don't know what's not clicking. I don't know.
Well, you had 10 seconds left to finish the game.
I know. I know. I know.
So even though E3 is a winning attack, there was a very big chance that you would have lost the game on time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Any thoughts on how to go faster?
I just need to play more and just keep warming up and then just get more in the groove.
All right. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, boom bam. I think like the puzzles with the boom bam bing. That's what gets me going. Like with the speed. I'm still just like overcomplicating it. I don't know, and like I'm missing pawns and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to do a couple puzzles?
Let me do one. Oh, did I just hang my queen here? I'm sorry. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, let me do it. Well, actually, let me do 1 3-minute blitz here, and then we'll go just real quick. Lock it in. Here we go. No thoughts, just simple.
Yeah.
Going for it.
Just moves.
Okay. Do this.
Yep. Just do something.
Here, what does it have? What happens? Move out the way. Okay.
So his opponents are still going faster than him here. Oh, I didn't know that, Nomenesio. No one really knows what they were. Just move her. AZJ, those end games you mentioned are basic end games.
Down a minute already.
That everybody that you should basically just know. So the answer is you should know those if you don't know them. If you do really know them, you don't need to practice or review them anymore. You'll never forget if you really know them. Basically just need to learn them once really well. Now he's got 2 pawns. But he's just locked in indecision. Yeah. Just a matter of playing more, I think.
Here. And where do I go?
Like, I don't know what moves he should play either, right? When I look at this position, I don't know the answers, but I know you have to move something. Every single move he's mousing over is fine, you know. Just has to do something.
Oh my god. Okay, it's fine.
Oh, they didn't take it. Pardoned.
Hold. Let's see. What do we have here?
Received its pardon. You've still never learned bishop and knight mate.
So like,
yeah, so you need to learn it once then. You don't need to review it. Just learn it.
Dude, still I'm down on time. Oh my god.
Way down on time. He's gonna lose on time for sure. An end game like this, there's no way he's gonna play it in 30 seconds, right? Oh, that was a fast move. That's a good move. Seconds.
Oh, hey. Hey. Minute 11, minute 11, real quick.
Back rank mate was pretty much the only way he could have won the game in 10 seconds. So h6 was a very good move by Aloysius.
And I'm just hanging my stuff. Man, and I'm still down on time. Yeah, I don't know, David. Something's off today. Something's been off these past couple days, and
yeah.
it's
it's very, very, very slow. It feels like there's some hesitation, but
there is. Maybe I think it's probably just I don't know, end of the week type of deal. Brains on low energy, but
brain's a little tired.
I don't know. It's not like clicking as it normally does.
Yeah. Let's try some puzzles for a little bit.
All right.
See what happens. We'll just look around and see what's happening.
Gotcha. Let's go puzzles here. Do you want me to join the Zoom call on a different screen to share?
Let's see. It'll mix things up a little bit. Nah, just do some puzzles. It's okay. My chat won't see the positions yet, and we'll just do a couple minutes and see what it looks like.
Maybe it's because I'm not talking out my moves. I don't know. Okay, let me just talk through my thought process here. So I'm thinking discovered check, blocks the check, put the rook here. What does that do? Is that just a checkmate? How do you stop that? I mean, you can block with your queen. But then I go here. So let's see. I need to deal with this first and foremost. So I want to either move my king. If I move my king, what happens? You can just push a pawn, but I take the pawn. Why don't I just block with this bishop? If you take, I take here, but that's not great, is it? No. In a minute, I'm going to try my idea, right? And then I can move where to, let's see. Here, I guess I win queen, right? We trade off. But no, why would I do that? Time for see checkmate. Where is the? Oh my goodness! Oh god! See, it's Okay.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
How does your body feel today?
A little tense.
A little tense.
A little tense. Yeah.
Jittery, or?
Yeah, I mean more so just I think I need to wind down from the week.
Okay, like maybe you need to chill out a little bit or something. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, probably so. You're probably right.
I'm just wondering if there's anything physical involved in it. I'm just wondering all angles. Sometimes just like getting up and walking around and coming back to the table can like help, or doing some like jumping jacks, or just something to like engage the body, because sometimes somebody's been sitting too long. Do you sit at work or?
I do, yeah. It's sitting and looking at numbers most of the day.
Yeah. So maybe you need to like, shake up your body a little bit for a minute. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah, maybe so. Let me
I'm just curious, right? Because like, let's say you felt like this on the day of the tournament, or on the day where you were 1190 trying to make 1200. Like, I just wonder if we can think of anything that would sort of spark you in a way.
I think I'm gonna attribute 85% of it to like averaging 5 to 6 hours of sleep this week.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
I'm thinking it's almost solely a brain fatigue type of thing.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Is there anything that you can ever do when you have fatigue like that could like help for tonight, or you just need a night's sleep?
Pound some coffee probably before the competition
if you feel like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Just a thought. Like, I mean, there's different things, but like our brain is part of our body, right? So depending on how you're feeling, that can have an effect on how you play. I have some days where I'm playing in a way I would describe as kind of sluggish, like I'm just a little bit slow. And sometimes I can speed up if I just get out of my chair, run around in a circle, and like come back. Another thing I found is like sometimes if I'm really nervous, like I get sort of like a butterfly kind of feeling myself sometimes when I'm nervous about stuff. And I found that if I do just like a few push-ups, then that often like knocks out the butterflies. Like it just sort of like changes how your body's feeling. I don't know why, but it does a thing for me. So I was just wondering if there might be any like physical thing you could do, but like sleep could be, sleep just kind of has limits, It's like,
yeah, exactly. No, I'll probably try. I'll mess around with some stuff off stream and see if I could adjust anything.
Okay.
But I'm gonna almost completely attribute this to just a long week of less than average sleep.
Okay, cool. I'm just like troubleshooting with you, right? I'm just trying to be helpful.
Yeah.
Not trying to.
Yeah, but no, I have been noticing this past few days. I'm just like, I'm staring at the pieces and I'm looking for like way too complex stuff where it's like the solution is right there, and it's like it's so obvious once you see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Boom, boom, bang. Okay. And just here. That's it. Okay.
All right, so we're doing a couple more puzzles, chat. So I'm giving you a link to Kash's stream if you want to watch the positions he's solving. Head over to his stream. That'll be the easiest way to see him.
Oh, I redid this one. Let me just boom, bam. All right. Okay, let's see. White to move. So check here. If I check here, where do you go? You go to the right. Correct. And then if you go here, I can bring my queen up here. So boom. And then maybe we just push here, and if you go here, okay, that works. So boom. Oh, what? Okay.
Oh, wow. I thought that was the right move too, Cash. Queen F2 looked good to me. I guess E5, defended by the rook, huh? That's even better.
Yeah. Let's see. Maybe do I just take rook? Why don't I go check right on? Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, easier.
Right in the king's face. Huh.
All right, check back here. You block with knight. You block with queen. Is that it? Let's see. Anything else I got here? I think we go here. Takes. Okay, easy does it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about supplements, folks. I have no experience with them, and I'm sure Cash knows more about physical fitness than I do.
What is it? What was the question?
I saw a couple questions. Somebody was asking, was there a supplement I recommend? I don't even know any supplements, much less whether or not I recommend them. And somebody else was saying something about like CrossFit, and I'm like, I know Cash knows more about fitness than I do, so what am I gonna say? I'm just like, I was just asking questions thinking you might find the answer to something, We got somebody in my chat who says that he eats coffee candies from a supermarket. That sounds...
Coffee candies.
Sounds sketchy.
They have like caffeine gum.
Yeah.
Type of deal. Like All right. What are we looking at here? If I take king take and then I just go back, queen blocks, I win queen. Or let's see, where's this queen going? It can go up here.
All right, pause for a second. So you just analyzed the line: rook takes h2, king takes h2, rook h8, and they lose their queen. And then instead of playing it, you're like, well, let me go look at some other random things. But you didn't find any defense for black. Why would you move on from an idea that worked here?
So I'm considering that as the first option, but I always want to look and see if there's anything better I can do, because in that I'm losing both of my rooks, right?
Gotcha.
Did I say that right? Yeah. So I take pawn on h2, king takes back. I move rook to h8, check. Rook can block. I mean, I guess I lose both my rooks, but I get both their pieces out of it. So yeah, I was just going on to the next thing. What could have also be an option?
Okay, so somebody's told you the advice, like always have more than one option. Always, like, if you find a good move, consider another move. So score that position for me. It seems like you've got it pretty clearly in your mind. At the end of your variation, how many pieces do you have left, and how many does white have left?
They just have one rook left. I'm left with a queen.
Okay.
Right? I mean, then
And what % of the time would you win that position in a game?
Almost always.
Almost always. So I think this is an example of like an overthinking because of an advice somebody gave you. There's like a famous advice: when you see a good move, like look for a better one, or sit on your hands. Always like find a better move, right? And the joke version of that Far Eastern is giving in my chat is, when you find mate in one, look for better, right? Because such an advice can go too far, right? So in this position, you've got rook takes h2. By force winning their queen and mopping up like basically every piece, it'll just be your queen versus a rook, straightforward, no surprises. Is there any reason to think you've got something better than that? Like, is your position so amazing that white should be losing more than their queen?
No. However, I don't know that without, like, just by looking. I don't yet have the intuition developed to just briefly look at this and be like, there's nothing better.
Okay.
Right? So that's why I was trying to get in the habit of, looking through everything just so I can look at this and kind of realize. But I think I'm doing that in the middle of my games, which is costing me way too much time.
Okay. So in a puzzle, I suppose you could spend more time, and if you want. I just want to make sure, like, are you really certain that rook h2 wins, or are you moving on before you're totally certain? It's very important to finish assessing rook h2 before you go looking at another option, so that you don't feel like wishy-washy about which one's better. Like, you're like, this option is queen versus rook. I win the game 100% of the time. Now let me go look at my other option. Right? Yeah, so that depending on what happens, you don't get confused and wonder, wait, how good was rook h2? Let me start over at the beginning with rook h2. Like, you want to be really clear that you're done with rook h2 and that you know what it is, I think, in this case. And
let me just do that. I'm gonna try to go with just my first thought moving forward, and then just try to limit the post calculation stuff. Not limit, but okay. Queen's in trouble, but if I can take their queen pinned. Also give a check, but that brings your rook out. Let me see. So my first thought process in this is let's get out of the way. Win back your rook at all? So takes, 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 takes. And then what do I do with this queen? Sorry, this bishop. Boom, boom, boom. You take with a rook. And then what? Maybe not a great idea, but I'm at the minute mark, so I'm gonna go with it. Okay, that's not right. Maybe just takes first to threaten the queen, or open up the. Okay. I see. I see. That makes sense. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Cool.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Did you order pizza already?
Yeah.
Did you order a large cheese?
I ordered
Did
three
you order
pizzas.
a large cheese?
I ordered a gluten-free, a vegan cheese pizza, and a normal cheese pizza.
Okay.
I gotta move my queen. No, I mean absolutely, I have to move my queen because you're here.
Mackenzie just texted if she can
I mean,
try
what
some
happens if I
pizza
go
with
here?
the
Do I get
big
anything out of that?
black made cheese
Not
and
really,
cream
right?
cheese.
Okay, it's half cheese and half mushroom.
I don't think it's enough for her.
I didn't order an entire extra pizza for that.
No, it's also not enough cheese for there to be enough for Lily Poop and plus her 3 kids. Yeah.
Look for a way to check me with your knight, but if I do this, don't you just bring your queen out? No, but I would win. So if I do here, check, takes, takes, then I move here, and then I could win the rook. So done. Got. Oops. Okay. Look. No way. Then. Oh, then just here. I got it. Okay. 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 So one. There we go. Okay, that makes sense.
So that was the knight getting out of the way of the bishop.
That was knight checking the king. So yeah, their knight was attacking my queen, and then knight checking to open up the castle, and then queen checkmating with the bishop on the what's it, G file?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, G diagonal.
Yep.
Okay, what are we looking at here? So I see a check here. Where do you go? You go here. Okay, if you are there, then what happens? Then I just take here. My rook is defended. You cannot go anywhere, and that is checkmate, right? That works with me. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay. But same concept, but we're just going here, right?
Yep.
Black to move. All right. I think we trade off rooks. I promote to a queen. Okay.
Yep. Nice.
There's a check here. You can't take back. So I find myself in this position pretty often. I never know whether to go for a fork here or if I can close this with some kind of checkmate with the bishop.
Mm-hmm.
If
Well,
I
in this
go
position,
here, how do I...
in this position, your opponent's captured your queen, right, on d1.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do a fork and they save their queen and you take their rook,
oh, I see it.
you're probably way behind. So you should hope that there's a checkmating pattern with the bishop.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Check here. You go here. Am I okay? And then I just go here, right? Nope, I don't just go there. Yeah, I do. And then I just sack queen, take with knight, and I should be good. So boom, bam, bing. All right.
Boom, bang, bing. All right.
Mm-hmm. All right, this is looking... Check here. I think maybe queen first. If you block with rook, then I go with knight. You move back. I take rook, and that's GG. That worked. Good. I like these two rooks. Also have a check here. Where are you going to go? Maybe check with the rook first. So you're forced to go to the left. Then I bring my queen up. Or if I just go here, boom, you still have to go to the left. And how would I close this? Queen first, check. If takes here. Okay, let's go here first. Then I will go here. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so basically the rook taking first takes away one of the angles for the king to escape, right? So it was more forcing the queen check. They had two different directions they could run.
Got it, got it. Okay. Let's see. What's in danger here? What am I... Let's see. Where's this queen going? This queen doesn't look like it's going much anywhere. I mean, you go here. I'm gonna... So I need to move bishop, and I defend that. And then you're stuck. Okay. Boom. But then I lose my queen. Okay.
Okay, I think you're.
But then I
think you've picked up quite a bit here. Your board vision is speeding up a little bit somehow. Is there anything that you did, or I don't know?
I don't know. No, I just warming up the puzzles. I don't know.
You just kept going through some puzzles. So that's another thing we can maybe do is. Shh. Anyway, just in terms of looking at like what options do we have, right? Between like, a coffee or a this or that. Doing a few puzzles seems to have been somewhat helpful.
Yeah, that's what I usually do. And I'm usually kind of playing throughout the workday as well. So I'm just kind of like warming up and thinking about it as well. But today I didn't. This is the first chess I played all day. So that's,
Interesting.
Also a big
maybe a little more warm up than some other days.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I gotta take off and start collecting the kids. So good work today and every day. And
feeling it today, but we'll pick it up.
But that's part of it, Everybody's got like better and worse days, and one of the things that we're optimizing or working on is like, how can I get the most out of my not best days, right? Like if my best day is 1,300 and my worst day is 1,000 and my average day is 1,150, how can I on my worst day play like 1,050 or 1,100 instead of 1,000, right? Like how can I just like eke a little more out of it, So, so it's great to practice on days that are going badly, in a sense. So
it can be pretty frustrating. But yes, I agree.
Oh yeah. All right, so we got a tournament tomorrow morning, folks. 8 a.m. I'm gonna leave Kash to keep practicing, and we're gonna raid your channel here. But for anyone who wants to, we got this tournament for tomorrow. If anyone wants to join or participate in that tournament, let me know. Send me a message somewhere. I'm dpruce on Discord. I'm pruce@gmail.com. My email's very easy. send me a message. I'm dpruce on chess.com, and we'll try and get you in for the pairings. I will be doing Friday night fights tonight, so I'll be on, and I'll see then. Also, if anyone wants to join for tomorrow morning, and I'll put the pairings into the spreadsheet before I go to bed tonight, so to be clear tomorrow when you get up, who to challenge and in what order and so forth. Okay.
All right.
Tournaments at 8 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Central. And yeah, take care, everybody. And I'll be back in a few hours. And in the meantime, let's go do our raid. All right. Hope you get some good time in here, Cash. And a good night's sleep tonight. And I look forward to tomorrow's tournament.
Be sleeping 12 hours plus today, definitely.
Yeah. Feel free to check in with me tomorrow about the tournament if you want to, and then we'll set up some time for next week to talk as well.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
All righty. I'm out.
All right. Have a good one.